investigative findings have shown there was no nexus to terrorism or homegrown violent extremism. This appeared to be a dispute between several people that ended in gunfire.
Wow.
During the overnight hours, we learned there are 23 victims
Wow.
of yesterday's shooting. One of our victims, Elizabeth Galvin,
Crazy.
43 years old, died.
Crazy.
We're still learning about her, but know that she is beloved by many. To her friends and family, we are with you, and we are working tirelessly to investigate her murder. The 22 victims age range between 8 years old and 47 years old. At least half of our victims are under the age of 16.
Wow.
As mentioned yesterday,
Sad.
we have subjects detained, 2 of which are juveniles. We are working to determine the involvement of others. And it should be noted we have recovered several firearms.
This man is a hero. This video is brought to you by the Wellness Company, brought to you by the Wellness Company. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of my favorite companies, and I'll tell you why. But make sure when you go to the website, you put down stuff that are in it. In it for life. AC. Tick. Bill's getting notification anytime I go live, make a video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, and ladies, let's talk about the shooting that occurred at the Chiefs Parade. Now, I saw a video, and I don't know exactly the perpetrators, their identity. I don't know their identity exactly. But the 3 people that I saw that were arrested were 3 black folks. And the reason why nobody's covering this as much as they would like to, and the reason why they're not identifying the race of these people specifically, is simply because they were black. If these were a bunch of white people going and doing a mass shooting at a Chiefs game, they'll be talking about white supremacy, the biggest threat. They want to take your guns.
The bias
talk about white
is crazy. Crazy.
Going and doing a mass shooting at a Chiefs game, they'll be talking about
it
white
does
supremacy, the biggest
not
threat. They want to take your
the
guns.
narrative. That is why. It does not fit the narrative.
It's simply because they were black.
Yep.
If these were a bunch of white people going and doing a mass shooting at a Chiefs game,
Goof,
they'll be
goof,
talking about white supremacy, the
goof.
biggest threat. They want to take your guns. They want to talk about white people and how do they have guns and access to firearms and all this other stuff. But that's not the real subject here. The subject of this video specifically is this man right here. And I consider this brother a hero. Unfortunately, one lady died in this situation.
Wow.
Again,
Wow.
we have confirmed there is one deceased
Rest
person.
well, Lisa. My
Our gunshot wound total has went up
condolences
to 22
to the family, to the friends. My condolences. Facts.
And I consider this brother
I send good vibes to the family. I send
Again,
good
we have
vibes.
confirmed
I
there is
send
one
good
deceased.
vibes.
And I consider this brother a hero.
My
Unfortunately, one lady died in this situation.
condolences. My
Again, we have confirmed there
condolences.
is
My
one deceased person.
condolences.
Again, we have confirmed there is one deceased person. Our gunshot wound total has.
Terrible. Terrible.
Not the real subject.
Odious.
The subject of this video specifically is this man right here. And I consider this brother a hero.
My
Unfortunately, one lady died in this
condolences
situation.
Again, we have confirmed there is
to the
one
family,
deceased
the
person.
kinfolk,
Our
the
gunshot
friends.
wound total has went up to 22, and Chief Brendan will provide a little bit more context to that. Right now, we're still working on a total of number of victims. This is still an active investigation. I do want to comment on the question that I got earlier about a video of some fans tackling someone. We do have 3 persons detained and under investigation for today's incident. We are working to determine if one of the 3 are the one that was in that video, where fans assisted police. Our investigators are working with all of the surviving victims to connect them with loved ones. We are also working to identify our deceased victim so we can notify their family as soon as possible.
But there were some brave people that came to the rescue of everybody else and made sure that the person who was actively shooting would be detained and taken to justice.
Salute,
But I'm
salute.
gonna play this clip so you can hear
Salute
what he
to
has
the
to say
guy.
about it. But
To that guy.
It's crazy the double standard. I think any shooting like this should be frowned upon and people should say about it. But it's
Salute
crazy
to that
the double
guy.
standard. I think any
Salute
shooting like this
to
should be
that
frowned
guy.
upon and people should be calling out and say about it.
Straight
But
up.
it's crazy who was actively shooting would be detained and taken to justice. But I'm gonna play this clip so you can hear what he has to say about it. But it's crazy the double standard. I think any
Yes.
shooting like this should be frowned upon and people should be calling out and
Demonized.
exposing.
Yes.
If it's black people, they don't care. If it's white people, let's change the world.
Wild.
Real quick.
One guy was hollering and saying, stop him, or catch him, tackle him, whatever. And he's just barely running. And out of nowhere, I heard that guy hollering, so I'm just like, okay, well, I'm right here. And I didn't think about it. It was just a reaction. I didn't hesitate. It was just do it. So I went to go tackle him, and another gentleman did the same thing. And as I'm tackling him, I see his weapon either fall out of his hand or out of his.
Big AR-15 fell out.
Wow.
He was wearing a long jacket.
And there's a lady that picked it up, and I don't know where she said. It may show up in the clip, but she actually picked it up. You can see it was a long gun.
Or like a Carhartt. So when I seen that hit the ground, I'm like, oh, we gotta take this guy down. And so, like I said, I did, and another good Samaritan did, and we held him down. And it seemed like forever, but if I was, it was like 30 seconds holding him down, and me and the other gentleman are hollering at ongoers, where's the cops? Get the cops over here, get the cops over here, we got him.
Good work by that gentleman. I wonder if I get
Yeah.
that.
Hollering, saying,
Laudable.
Shake.
At least the part of the video.
That.
Good work by that gentleman. I wonder if I get that.
Hollering, saying, stop him. Shake.
At least the part of the video where you see the lady with the gun on. There's another angle, we don't have an angle, but there's another angle where a lady actually picks the gun up, and you can see she pick it up. It's a big old AR-15 like
Wow.
this big. But this dude is a hero, man.
Yeah.
One thing that I think that can change in this country, and this is an event with a whole bunch of police officers, which thank God that it didn't end up being worse than it was.
Yeah.
But one thing I think we could change in this country is that the thugs and the criminals, we should eliminate them from having firearms.
Yep.
It's that simple.
Facts.
Other people that got firearms are not doing stuff like this. They're protecting their families.
Facts.
They're doing all this
Legal.
stuff. But the criminals that have it, we should make sure that they don't get it.
Yep.
That's the
Preclude
solution.
the criminals. Facts.
And a hero, man.
The true
One thing that I
criminals.
think that can change in this country, and this is an event with a whole bunch of police officers,
The
which
true
thank God that
criminals.
it ended up
Criminals.
being worse than it was.
The true
Where a lady
criminals.
actually picks the gun up,
Preclude
and you can
them.
see she pick it up. It's a big old AR-15 like this big.
Them.
But this dude is a hero, man.
Them.
One thing that I think that can change in this country, and this is an event with a whole bunch of police officers, which thank God that it ended up being worse than it was. But one thing I think we could change in this country is that the thugs and the criminals, we should eliminate them from having firearms. It's that simple.
Yep.
Other people that got firearms are not doing stuff like this. They're
Facts.
protecting their families. They're doing all this stuff. But the criminals that have it, we should make sure that they don't.
The logical people, the people that abide by the law, they only use it for to self-protect. That is it. They don't shoot innocent souls. They do not shoot innocent souls. That is what they do not do. The people that abide by the law, that own guns, they don't do this bozo stuff, bro. They,
Which, thank God that it didn't end up being worse than it was. But one thing I think we could change in this country is that the thugs and the criminals, we should eliminate them from having firearms. It's that simple. Other people that got firearms are not doing stuff like this. They're protecting their families. They're doing all this stuff. But the criminals that have it, we should make sure that they don't get it. That's the solution to these mass shootings and
the evil people that have
that simple.
guns,
Other people that have firearms,
they morally suck. Not the people who have guns that abide by the law. That abide by the law. They don't morally suck. They don't. The
is a hero, man. You know, one thing that I think that can change in this country, and this is an event with a whole bunch of police officers, which thank God that it
don't
ended up being worse than it was.
preclude
But one thing I
all.
think
Just
we could change in this country is that
preclude the people who break the law. Preclude the people who break the law. Facts.
which thank God that it ended up being worse than it was. But one thing I think we could change in this country is that the thugs and the criminals, we should eliminate them from having firearms.
Facts.
It's that simple. Other people that got firearms are not doing stuff like this. They're protecting their families.
Facts.
They're doing all this stuff. But the criminals that have it, we should make sure that they don't get it. That's the solution to these mass shootings and inadvertent mass shootings, which means people firing on each other, shooting and thugging, and other people getting caught in the crossfire. But anyway, man, this guy's a hero, man. I got nothing but respect for this brother.
Facts.
I hope that God really bless him and others who took action and didn't wait around and become cowards and all that other stuff. But they took action to make sure that dude couldn't harm anybody else.
To be extolled.
There were 3 suspects that ended up in.
With the guy that saved people dead. It is
to make sure that dude couldn't harm anybody else.
Extolled.
There were 3 suspects that ended up being arrested, and I hope they all spend a lot of time in prison.
Facts.
Actually, to make sure that dude couldn't harm anybody else at this event. There were 3 suspects that ended up being arrested, and I hope they all spend a lot of time. But anyway, man, this dude's a hero, man. I got nothing but respect for this brother.
Right.
I hope that God really bless him and others who took action and didn't wait around and become cowards and all that other
Salute
stuff.
to the good
but
people.
They took action to make sure that dude couldn't harm anybody else at this event. There were 3 suspects that ended up being arrested, and I hope they all spend a lot of time in prison. People just trying to have fun and celebrate the Chiefs' victory, and y'all out here shooting and thugging and acting a fool. Anyway, I'll see y'all in the next one.
The thugs bug out. They thug, yeah. They thug out, they bug out. They had, yeah. Crazy, bro. Crazy. You cannot have a good time. You cannot have a good time without worrying about this BS, bro. You cannot have a good time without worrying about this BS. You cannot have a good time without worrying about this BS. Crazy. People gotta shoot, people gotta do, just stop. People gotta, It is a sad society that, it is a sad society. It is a sad society. It is a sad society. A sad society. This, salute to the people that did that saved people. Salute. That should be lauded, bro. Yeah. don't do not ban all guns just because you got evil, just because some people who have guns are evil. Do not ban all guns just because some people who have guns are evil. Be logical, be logical. Be logical, yeah, bro. Be logical. Yeah, bro. Logicality, that is wise to have. Logicality is wise to have. Peace.